Hey guys, what is up? It is Omar Zaki here, and today I'm going to talk about how I went from this, a guy with no martial arts trainings, weapons training, or fight experience, into this, a fully fledged avatar. There were 4 aspects to my transformation: learning the bending of the elements, learning the weapon of the avatar, learning to fight like the avatar, and then last but not least, looking like the avatar. So it started with learning the basics of the 4 elements. First thing I had to do in order to recreate the moves in the show was to learn about the martial arts that the 4 elements were created from. I watched lots of YouTube videos, and I got to rewatch the TV series Avatar: The Last Airbender, which was totally fine with me. I wasn't a martial artist, so I knew that I needed to start doing some sort of martial art training, taking martial art classes, so I signed up for Taekwondo. Even just to learn the basics of martial arts: punching, kicking, proper stances. So I took a couple classes, but mostly I just practiced on my own. And after a while, I started to get down the moves that I wanted to include in our avatar video, and thus my bending training was over. Next, I took upon learning the weapon that Aang uses in the show, the bow staff. I had never learned to use a weapon, but I was definitely up for the challenge. I learned mostly through YouTube and from some of my friends that already knew how to use the staff. It was definitely awkward in the beginning, but after enough training, I really began to love it, and now I take it pretty much everywhere with me. Once I'd learned the bending, as well as the bow staff, it was time to start working on choreography and learning how to fight like the avatar. This was definitely the hardest part for me because I had never done fight choreography before, and this was a very proper form of fighting. This was very ancient Chinese style of fighting. So Kevin and I were able to come up with some choreography, but it definitely wasn't great. It wasn't until Joseph Lay came along that our choreography really stepped up a notch and became what it was in our video. He is an unbelievable choreographer, and I'm calling him the next Jackie Chan even if he doesn't agree with me. He came up with some incredible moves, helped us with our technique, intensity, and just everything fight related. The video would not have been the same without him. I also need to give a big thank you to Alex O for helping shoot some of the choreography when we were still learning.
I was worried that you were going to spin around and touch this camera.
Do you want to try that again, or you want to go from there, if you want? From that point where
we can do it from the same way.
Alright, go ahead.
Falling. 3. Then you gotta go. Vamos. 1, 2, 3. 2.
Alright, I'm rolling.
Alright, last hit. 1, 2, 3.
Once we had some of our hand-to-hand fight choreography down, it was time to move on to bow staff fight choreography.
2, 3.
Kevin and I wanted to add something different to this video, and we tried to do that by adding this small weapons fight in there. Both Kevin and I now knew how to use the staffs, but it was a whole different story trying to choreograph a fight with them. We tried to keep each other safe, and after a while, we think it turned out pretty well, so we hope you guys enjoyed that bow staff fight. And finally, last but not least, I had to look like the Avatar. This was a huge decision for me because I had my crazy afro hair for at least 8 years, and deciding to shave off all of my hair for a YouTube video, that was scary. That was definitely a big step for me. I think I was so worried that my hair wouldn't actually grow back if I shaved my afro off, but obviously I'm an idiot and hair grows back. But we had a small shaving party, got together with some of our friends, and we completed the 4th aspect of my transformation. I now looked like the Avatar, and I was now ready to start filming. I had learned the bending of the elements, I had learned the weapon of the Avatar, I'd learned how to fight like the Avatar, and now I looked like an Avatar. With all this combined, I had now become the Avatar.